right-hander. That's weird for me to think about. But we don't have to talk about that anymore as we are now into Cobble. Tainted Minds will be starting on the T side. DarkSided on the CT as they do get to pick the side on their opponent's map pick. And it's Tainted Minds one map away from getting themselves a spot in that grand final, and it's a map they're very comfortable on.
Absolutely, yeah, definitely demonstrated how comfortable they are against this side as well. So DarkSided with something to prove on this map. They say they've been stratting it, possibly. Flicks with a good opening kill, so that's a good start for them. That's a confidence booster coming up. Dick Stacey going to find Kyoto as well and drop. There's another two players. He's going to find one more. Can he find the third? No, he can't. APOC will trade it out, but he is left in a 2v4 situation. Offnu and APOC.
And Flicks on the flank to the bomb. He'll be just about to go down in the back lines. Offnu will be fighting him. It's a flash out as well to force Flicks back. In the meantime, APOC's found a kill on Texter. It's a big fragger gone. But it's a difficult round. The teams are completely split up, and there's a good shot from Sync. Now it's all on Offnu, 1 versus 3. He's down drop, he's got a minute to play with, and he's picked up a decoy. For all the good that'll do, maybe a fake flash. Looking for the first fight engagement, first engagement over towards Chicken Coop, but he's got to play a close rock as well. And it's Sync who'll actually fall to Offnu. 1 versus 2 now. He's made this a little bit more manageable. If he could have found that shot, he might have been okay, but it's Flicks to close it out.
Yeah, we are seeing DarkSided. They're finally amped in that left-hand corner. You can see it. They've got a big smile on their faces. They're keen to move forward and have a strong CT half. So a good start for them. Tainted Minds. Offnu almost able to claw it back.
He made it close, but not close enough. And now it's the Pistols. 3 Deagles, 2 P250s up against 5 UMPs. Gotta love it. These aren't as effective as they used to be with that nerf that we've mentioned. If you aren't following, or you didn't follow that update, it's just they do less damage at range now. I can't remember the exact stats, but it's noticeably less.
It is definitely noticeably
Kind of sucks when you do like 80 and a bajillion with, at range with a UMP.
Yeah, I have a feeling, did the spray pattern get changed at all?
No, the spray pattern's fine. Actually, it's not the, it's the damage fall off that got changed. So the bullets still do the same base damage. It's just they get weaker faster because every gun in Counter-Strike has what we call a damage fall off. In the meantime, it's just Tainted Minds dying with pistols. Every gun has what we call a damage fall off, which is the way your damage changes and decreases the further away you are from somebody. Now, most guns have such a big damage fall, or some guns have such a big damage fall off range that they're not noticeable. For example, the AWP.
Yeah.
Its damage does eventually change. You need to be kilometers away for that to happen.
Pretty much.
Whereas the other guns, just gonna let that happen. I wanted to shush so you guys could enjoy that. But the other guns have the damage per bullet will fall and become less the further away you get. And the UMP had that change so that its damage starts decreasing sooner.
Yeah.
So basically it goes from good in close range and decent at medium range to good at close range and throwing a wet sponge at your buddy across the room.
Pretty much.
Full pistols out now again. Tainted Minds. P250 and a Tech 9 on Church and Offnu respectively are the only upgrades. And the full UMP is being kept up for DarkSided. Why not? Don't have to invest any more money. And they get that kill reward. Dick Stacey and Drop finds himself 3. Badge gets the remaining 2. Beautiful anti-ecos played out by DarkSided. Tainted Minds just run into the mincemeat, the meat grinder.
Into the mincemeat?
Into the mincemeater. They became mincemeat, ran into the meat grinder. That's what I wanted. But that was just 2 pretty much saves taken by Tainted Minds to get out this full buy. And look at that. Full utility. Armor, 2 flashes, smoke, and a Molotov on every single player, plus AKs.
But look at the buy on DarkSided still. They're hanging on to these UMPs.
That's because it's a good old bonus round. Clarify quickly, a bonus round is keeping the money-making guns. Because if they win this round, they can upgrade to AKs for free, even better for their economy. True. And if they lose it, they've got 2 rounds worth of UMP kill bonus, SMG kill bonus built up, with which they can buy again. So it makes sense, it's just that you have a slightly harder round. You've got to fight with SMGs against rifles. Here comes the push from Tainted Minds, though, and it sort of works for DarkSided, but not really. They're not checking Dick Stacey. They suddenly decide to, though, and Chutch kills infrequent. That's not a bad thing, actually. It denies the money.
Yeah, it does. Look at this from APOC.
10 kills are no good, and as you say, it's APOC on the flank. He's chased all the way through the B bomb site. The CT's busy exhausting their last utility, retaking A, and that means that the T's knives out. We're going to be rushing onto that B site. APOC will play close here, and Texter will not expect him to be here. Not at all. Completely blindsided. Still 2 kills in this round for DarkSided. They'll be able to grab full guns out in the next round. So Badge is going to go hunting one of the AKs that's been dropped, and he'll save that. Why not? It's a good idea, really, because the CT side economy is one of the things that's most important to get going.
100%.
Because everything's more expensive. There you go, Badge is saving all the way back. in Courtyard, apparently. That's a very long trash can.
This is an incredibly long trash can.
More of a dumpster.
It's a good...
Either way.
A bloody trash depot back there.
Trash depot. Either way, Churchill, or Badge even, will be holding on to this AK. 2 kills for DarkSided in this round. They'll be able to full buy in the next one. This keeps Tainted Minds' money a little bit lower as well. And it means that there's no easy gun round, or no easy anti-eco coming up in the future, the immediate future for Tainted Minds. So let's have a look at the money on the CT side here. Yeah, look at that. Easy buys straight back up, and they've still got some money left over. Texter's on 5k, roughly, given that he's been dropped that AK-47. And for the T side, Offnu's limited to a Tech 9.
Yeah, not the best buy for Tainted Minds. Obviously, Church, good thing he stayed alive. He would have gotten a bit of a penalty there. Badger finding a great pick on APOC, just watching A-Long. But, good start for them. DarkSided finding the opening frag.
And the AWP goes straight over to B. Badge being very mobile. That's incredibly annoying for the T side to deal with.
100%, because they're not going to really exactly know where that AWP is playing from. And Badge has been pretty sharp with it in the past here, so if we continue that and get some early picks going again, maybe find one more. Take the pressure off DarkSided. And let these rifle players do the mop-up with the rest.
Sync playing this close point, waiting for the push in. He finds one and a second. Good plays from Sync, not the third, as Kyoto will answer that one back. But Flicks gets the response. Offnu going into drop will get dropped by Dick Stacy. It's Dick making those noises. What are you doing, mate?
I think that was possibly infrequent towards the end there as well.
I don't know, man. I'm looking at Dick Stacy. He's giggling and making stupid faces. So
not infrequent. Sorry, my apologies. Not.
That's the other reason I didn't know. I'm like, I don't think it's infrequent.
Yeah, I don't think it's that. Oh, that's the other side.
But this is a much better looking DarkSided than we saw yesterday. I mean, yesterday it was just a bit of a mess, really.
Here comes the stat book.
Yeah, I just want to check the half scores. That's the main thing I want. It was where's Cobble? 11-4 half.
I feel like
that was 4 rounds on the T side for DarkSided, and then it was a 16-5.
Yeah.
So then they got 1 round in their CT. This is already much better, but it's too early to call too much, really. It's a good start. They'll just need to sustain that as a round of only, a 3-round lead when you're only 5 rounds in can fall very quickly. This round, though, should be relatively simple. That's unfortunate for Kyoto. That was 4 free shots he had, and he spammed them. The deagle accuracy falls greatly when you're spamming like that. It's really, really accurate for those 1 shots. They've at least found 1 kill onto one of the DarkSided players. Make that 2 as Kyoto answers back for everything I just said and finds himself a headshot. Infrequent. If he found that frag, that could have been it. Dick Stacy will frag him and Kyoto. If they could have got that kill on Dick Stacy, that would have been the game changer right there. But now it's Church in a 1 versus 3 with a Desert Eagle on his back, in his hands, no rifle on his back, and a dream in his head. And a hit bullet in it now too.
Yeah, he was almost going to find the shot there. You saw the crosshair come pretty close, but Dick Stacy just that little bit too quick. And that's something we've seen out of Dick Stacy. From memory, he's the IGL of DarkSided, correct?
He is.
Yeah,
he's fragging very hard.
He's fragged so hard in the last couple of days. So.
Whoop, that's awkward. Sync and Badge having a bit of a hug there behind the APC.
Ah.
That's nice.
Brotherly love.
How is Offnu still on a Tech 9? He must be dropping for someone, surely.
That shot was so
he doesn't. He's got less utility than his teammates too, and he just still has no money.
Yeah,
the last 2 gun rounds he's been on a. It was him, wasn't it? The last 2 gun rounds he's been on a Tech 9.
Has to be, unless like he's doing some sort of hard eco to try and get an ult for the next round. But
maybe.
Surely you'd probably want to preface getting an AK, try and steal these
buy with your team. I don't know. I mean, I think it also might be just all he can afford. I didn't see his money at the start. I'll have a look at that at the end of this round.
He's got 1,300 left.
Oh, he does too. You can see it there. Duh. He's being pretty highly mobile, though. It's going to be Offnu who's going to charge in and check Sync here, and Sync's trying to hide behind this smoke. Very aware of where the T's can be. Kyoto, the spam is slightly off. There's the kill eventually. There it is. Gets the headshot onto Sync. Got caught out of position behind that smoke. Texter and Dick Stacy coming from the B side. Flicks is walking in through long. It's a frag for Kyoto as well, though. It's a 3 versus 4, and all 3 players for the CTs coming from the same angle. Kyoto's low, but he's still alive.
Indeed, we're seeing Texter coming so close to finding that another frag. He did clean up Kyoto with that Molotov. Texter finding Church.
1 HP.
Changing things around now, and Freaking holding the site at the best of his ability. Not going to happen. Badger will find him, but no time Offnu just sitting back here. He hasn't had to move.
He will go to the bomb. No, didn't go down to the bomb. I thought he would lose that 1 HP there, but he grabbed an AK in the end. That's a very good round out of Offnu. Balls of Steel to actually check that late as well. And I mean, it's fair enough, because at that point in the round, your opponent in that sort of 1v1 is either tapping the bomb and off it, or he's sticking the bomb. So either way, you're perfectly safe to wait 4 seconds and then peek, or wait 3 seconds and then peek.
No, Offnu did actually go down there because he invested for 4,800 into this round.
Oh.
He did actually go down to that. Oh,
I thought it updated late with an AK.
No, I think he must have picked up the AK and then it's just gone too slow for us.
I think it's like maybe a tiny fraction behind, so we heard the bomb early. Something like that. Unfortunately, he did have to rebuy the AK. I thought he grabbed it. Doesn't matter though. It's a full buy for both teams. Chach is limited to a UMP, but as soon as one of his teammates gets a kill, he might be able to upgrade.
Good holds here by DarkSided. Giving up really that last round in convincing fashion to Tainted Minds, but fairly slow play from both teams here. No one really overcommitting too much. Badger holding this long B angle. See if you can find anything. Chach ever so close on that right side. Badger, I don't think he really knows that he's probably playing that close. Offnu to flash out, try and get some entry out.
That's just a flash to get Chach out. That flash was just to get Chach out, and unfortunately he couldn't find the kill. He will grab it eventually, which means there's possibly a gun he can grab, but he's going to have to fight his way through 2 more CTs first, and Flix is just going to be anchoring the A bomb site. An audio fake coming out there from Chach. Trying to make it sound like he's falling back through halls. No, okay, now he actually is falling out, I lied to you. Going over to join Kyoto on the A bomb site. Kyoto gets the smoke out for connector. But Flix is playing a nice corner here. He can just sit here and wait for them to run into him. If he can get 1 kill and then die, he's done his job. And there it is. He's got his 1 and not his second, but he's made it a 1 versus 2. His teammates, quite an easy situation. There's only 10 seconds left for Kyoto as well. Finds 1 more kill. It takes to tries to find the off timing through the smoke. Could end this whole thing, but Kyoto's going to put the bomb down safely instead. And now a 1 versus 1. Kyoto on 34 HP versus Texter. Both very, very sharp fraggers, and will Texter find the angle? He will indeed. Gets the headshot onto Kyoto. It's been very, very sharp today. That makes it 6 rounds for DarkSided. A closer one for Tainted Minds. Much better, but still not a win.
Yeah, much better. They're doing a lot of economic damage. It'll be interesting to see the buys, and a fair bit of cash left over for DarkSided. They're still going to be able to mostly buy up fully. Only really sync with not much cash. Badger actually opting for the UMP as well, obviously knowing that these players are going to be saving on Tainted Minds. So try and get a little bit more bonus up, and maybe Badger pick up an AWP for the next round. So, good move for DarkSided.
DarkSided are calling very loudly.
They are indeed. I think I can hear it behind me.
Yeah, I mean, of course, all the players are wearing sound cancelling headsets, so it doesn't matter, but DarkSided are going to be playing passive this round. Is what I heard them say, so interestingly enough, we can hear that. Chach, notably a player who uses the CZ on the T side rather than the Tech 9. It's unusual. You don't see it aggressively that much, but it can definitely work. I mean, if you go look at your SK, they all do it. But he's out on B here with a couple of teammates in drop. They're just trying to find some damage. Badger's already peeked them, found them out, throws a pop flash for himself to get back in. No one peeking him, though.
Yeah, he knows these players are there. I don't know if he knows how many there is. He's going to find 1. He's got 2 left to find. He's going to flash himself potentially back in. Chach fully flashed, trying to find that headshot angle. Not going to happen, though.
Well, great to an AK there, too.
Good stuff for him. Badger a lot hitting those shots, not even grazing the T player. Infrequent. Oh, wow, here we go. Infrequent and Kyoto actually finding their way all the way up near this A bomb site.
Sync's in a nasty position, though.
Yeah.
If he comes back up this ramp, he can catch this whole thing out. But will they check him? Will he check them? There's a missed shot from Offnu, unfortunately. Can't find the headshot on Flix. Flix now going to rotate it away. Still worried about this drop position, though. Now, they've got him lined up. The pistols will find the frag. Eventually, Chach gets the trade. Dick Stacey will trade him out again. Saying the word trade a lot. Here comes Sync. This is the problem. He will get fragged out by Kyoto. But it's a 2 versus 1. A pistol versus 2 rifles. Dick Stacey is low, but there's going to need to be a headshot on towards Badge. It's not going to be easy. Trying to crossfire. The CT's alright, Kyoto. Finds the headshot onto Dick Stacey. He's made this one doable now. He has an idea of where Badge is playing from. And he's trying desperately to find this shot. And he has 6 bullets left, but he's just going to play it. Badge having the bomb. Comes forward and finds the headshot. Very well played indeed. Still super expensive round by Tainted Minds. They are damaging the economy of DarkSided significantly. But DarkSided is still getting the wins.
I think this is just a indicative of how DarkSided have gone away last night, and they've seen how Tainted Minds play this map. And they're starting to really read it quite well, and they're reading the economy a lot better than yesterday as well. Obviously, with those UMP buys coming out, they're not doing as much damage as potentially hope, but no, they're doing a lot better this time. 7-2 the scoreline. Tainted Minds really yet to find a foothold in this game so far. Looks like potentially could be a tech issue. Just seeing our lovely admin Nick come out to check on the DarkSided boys there. No.
Thanks, Nick.
We might be all good yet. TY Nick.
He's a good guy. Helps us out.
Kappa Nick in the chat.
Kappa Nick?
Kappa Nick. Or Nick Pride in the chat.
Why not go for a Nick Poggers or something? I just call it Poggers. I think I did. Oh well.
Yep.
Map number 2 now from these two teams. It's a one-map advantage for Tainted Minds, but so far they're not doing as well on Cobble. DarkSided really have managed to figure out how they play this. At least it seems that way. With that 5-round lead early on in this game. But early on in this game it is. Still a chance for Tainted to come back into this one as they rotate over to the B site now. Offnu all the way into CT ramp. He's going to be walking up on the A site and try and find himself a few free frags while his teammates enter on B. And he's found himself one. Textar is blinded out and Chutch is chasing. Almost doesn't get that kill. Dick Stacey finds one, but no more than that. And it's 4-on-2. B site is open. And here's Offnu in the connector, still doing work. Drops sync. It's all on Flix, who has an AWP that he'll be saving for his teammate Badge. Much better round out of Tainted. And the flank from Offnu there was massive.
Yeah, that clutch was absolutely crucial in that, wasn't it? It was just saw.
Not even a flank, he just walked out A.
Yeah. Just a contact play actually on both sides. We saw that more heavy sack toward the B site where obviously the bomb went down.
Good read, gets the headshot. He might be able to jump up and grab that AWP as well. For himself, he will. He needs that. Likes that up. They could have afforded to buy him one if Kyoto dropped him one, but it means that their economy won't take as much of a hit. And here's APOC. I'm assuming he's going to do something very similar to what happened in the last round, just going somewhere solo by himself, try and overwhelm these pistols, get himself some easy frags. As long as he doesn't run into Flix or Texter, he'll be okay, as they have that head armor, which makes Mac 10s not as effective, but it'll still be fine in the long run. Everyone else has the big guns to bail him out.
That's it. We are seeing Tainted Minds being a little bit cautious about the way they approach this. DarkSided are going to be playing a lot of close angles here with these pistols, especially Flix. We've seen him do some damage with this 5-7 in the past. Let's see if he can continue that streak. He isn't going to be blinded by that flashbang, but no tease to push it just yet.
They need a pop flash for
so
close.
Cautious.
Yeah. Deal with him. And they said they're not going to play it, which is good. They're aware of what their utility has and hasn't hit. And he's actually going out towards drop. APOC jumping up and down. You can see him on the X-ray there. Trying to spot out anyone below him with that SMG in hand as the rest of his teammates rotate over. It's 3 players on the B site for DarkSided. Sync playing passively outside the drop window. Texter in the main room with that Desert Eagle as well. And APOC will surely be dropping in a second. Chutch finds himself the first kill of the round. Goes back to grab the bomb. He's actually going to go drop. They're leaving the bomb for now, but they've got all the advantages here. Tainted Minds, they just need to play them.
So we are going to see the fast push come out from Tainted Minds. APOC not doing too much with that, but Dick Stacey finding 2 easy frags to the P250, taking out Chutch and APOC respectively. Infrequent now going to be fragging up with this AWP.
Long. Oh my, almost hit it, and he gets it with the pistol.
There's just Sync left with this pistol. He should get found out. They're finding another couple of kills as well. Sync, half HP pretty much, and there's Deagle in hand. He's found 3 headshots to be able to clutch out this round. There's no kit, so he's going to make the most of his time. There's no point in saving this unless he can try and steal a gun and run away, but it's not going to happen with these boys right there. So close, just dancing around. Infrequent finally going to find that shot to close off this round. And Tainted Minds find their 4th.
Well played by Tainted in the 3v1. They posted up the AWPA, they had Infrequent watching the lane, they had everyone else covering off the site. All they had to do was play passive and wait for the peak, which eventually came. It's guaranteed kill, really, barring some ridiculous Deagle nonsense. It had to be nonsense as well, because they were all only holding down an angle where they had the advantage. This is a setup I've seen a lot of times. 3 players in the mid-ramp, but not going to pay off. I don't think I've ever seen that work. Literally every time I've seen CTs do that with pistols, the Ts have always either only sent one guy there or they've just all gone B. I don't know what it is, but it just doesn't work.
It doesn't work for some reason. Look at
it doesn't pay off. Theoretically, it works fine. Just never in execution.
Yeah, just never in actual practice. DarkSided the only one on the B side, so we have Badger more towards behind the panels on A. The other three just here, holding this angle very stubbornly. DarkSided surely going to be hearing a lot of the footsteps, so it has to be calling this pretty soon. These players will be executing, especially with these smokes coming out now. So we should see the rotate come from the CTs, but it hasn't happened just yet. It's just DarkSided there. And they're only just starting to move now away from the A side. It's a little bit delayed, but...
There's 2 chickens in that cutout.
Was there?
Yes.
Oh, God.
Having a good time. I'm taking note of the important things, you know?
Yeah, the important things in this matchup.
I'm here to do analysis, and I'm analysing chickens. Analysizing.
Chickens are delicious.
But yeah. Love doing Kyoto with frags. Badger finally getting 1 kill on the P250, looking for more, but no more will be found. I called him Badger again. I call him Badge. He can go by either. I just first knew him as Badge, so I try not to add the R. There's a tidbit for you. I also do enjoy the image, though, of a small, bear-like creature with a gun.
I think that's a pretty... Well, you got like riders, raccoons, sort of. That's sort
Raccoons
of...
aren't badgers, mate. Come on.
Not badgers, but they're small furry animals with weapons, apparently. And,
do you know why they're called raccoons?
why is that?
They were previously called trash pandas. So just,
that's the best name in the world.
It is a good one. Anyway, Badge, dang it, peeking in towards B long. There's a lot of players there, but the Molotov and the smokes obscure his vision. Church has already gotten himself close, and there's a boost up for Infrequent so he can see over that smoke. Doesn't want to remain staying peaked for too long. Can get a flash over as well to support his teammates. That means that Church can move. It's very similar setup to what Tainted have done a lot. Get Church up close and flash him out. Doesn't work this time though. Church is yet to move. There is 3 players here from the CTs. They have a very good idea that he's there. There's the Molotov, going to force him straight out into the crosshair of Badge. Well played. Good adjustment by the CTs to deal with that. And there's APOC getting dropped in drop appropriately as well. Ofnu is out on A. He's going to be fighting Sync, and Sync's going to win it. That makes it a 2 versus 5. Kyoto and Infrequent with it all to do. And there's the AWP pick from Badge, all on Infrequent. Finds himself 1 kill at least, but not going to get the better of Badge, who will land 3 kills for himself in the round. And shatter. Not quite shatter, but damage the economy of Tainted Mines. They've got 2 players on 9k, everyone else is on 3. Yeah,
I think that's not too... Maybe 1 or 2 players a bit shattered, but it's definitely still a fairly strong buy coming out. Full utility, all AKs and Infrequent with that infamous AWP. So, good stuff for them. DarkSided will be looking to close this out with a strong score, and so far they have 8 rounds to 5. A good advantage going into the T rounds. If they grab that pistol on that T half, then they'll be looking in almost perfect shape.
Indeed, they will be. Badge looking down the B platform with the AWP. 2 players towards A long for Tainted Mines and 3 over towards B with the bomb dropped there as well. Still plenty of time for them to work with and rotate though, and a decent amount of utility too. They don't have everything they could want. I knew the 3 smokes, which means that those 3 smokes will be used pretty much. Maybe 2 in execute, 1 in post plant, but they won't be using any of them for fakes. They don't have enough.
Yeah.
Or if they do use them in fakes and they're committing to an execute, which is flashes basically. But they're still trying to find themselves 1 pick to get it started off. There's 3 players on A. DarkSided pushing down to play close mid. It's a good idea from DarkSided as well, as there's usually been a player lurking through here from Tainted Minds on these buy rounds. This time it's not 1 player though, it's going to be many. And there's some smokes out as well. DarkSided will be playing close. He'll be the first point of contact. Oh, Sync bails him out. I thought DarkSided got that kill, but it's Sync with 2, saving his teammate's life. DarkSided calling out that he's flashed, and now getting aggressive, flashing himself in. Infrequent, landing a kill, but it's Infrequent and Chutch in a 2 versus 3. Chutch is in a good position to find Badge, and find him he will. He's actually in a good position to find more frags, but Texter will catch him out. And it's all up to Infrequent, 1 versus 2. 15 seconds remaining, has to get that bomb on the ground. And Texter's not going to peek him. Infrequent should get shut down by a pre-firing Flicks. He will, spots the shadow, gets the headshot. 9 rounds on the CT side for DarkSided.
Couldn't really ask much more on your CT side on Cobble. That's definitely for sure. 9 rounds. This is a totally different side on this map than we saw yesterday against the exact same team. I don't know where this has come from. Whether it was just a mental thing starting on the T side, or it's just been Yeah, strange.
To be fair, they did get a 16-7 on Cobble over Tainted Minds in ECAP a little while ago, but this is LAN play, and on their LAN record I would have assumed this was going to Tainted. Looks like not the case though, so far at least. It's Tainted have cobbled together the best buy they can in the last round of this half. One of the guns is already gone. There's 3 pistols and the AK on Ofnu. Bit of utility, but it's really interesting to be the rifle that steps up and finds the work. And Ofnu, he's got his own personal little escort crew right now. The pistols are just going to walk in, try and find the initial engagements and the info so Ofnu can do the damage with the rifle. It's a hero gun setup. We've seen a lot of it. It's all they can afford.
So they're going to want to really do some good damage coming out from Flix, doing a fair bit of finding APOC actually. Engagements coming out, Flix doing some work with that 5-7 as well. Infrequent and often trading back, but DarkSided will finally claim the round. Still 3 players remaining, 10-5 the scoreline at this half. DarkSided looking very strong going into their T side. If they grab this pistol, they'll be in good stead to close out this map and force cache. Be the dream if they can grab this away from Tainted Minds.
Would be very good indeed, and we would again see teams trading map picks.
Definitely.
But not all yet said and done. If Tainted Minds can take this pistol, they'll put themselves in good stead to get back towards tying this one up. They need this pistol though, and from DarkSided, it's going to be posturing towards A. Multiple players through A long. There's only one player here for TM. Infrequent's going to have to find himself 1 or 2 kills to allow his teammates time to rotate here. If he gets overrun, it's going to be a massive issue, but DarkSided decided the better of it based off really not much. Move over towards mid instead, and they'll be flooding straight back to B. Really, that was just, if there was a player in A long or 2, they could overwhelm them, get rid of the early double stack. There wasn't, so now they're going to go back and take B. They've also drawn out a rotate just on time.
Yeah, as we can see, we've got Kyoto who's just sitting in near the connector doors there, so he is nearby to provide support, especially as they come out to drop, which looks like they are. So APOC falling away from Platt. Chut's going to be finding Sync. Kyoto out of the connected door. Now Texter going up Pizza. Chut finding 3
kills
down.
From Chut. 4! Where has that come from Chut? He's nailed everybody. It's all on Flix. He's on the burst fire and he cannot find the kill. It's Ofnu to close it out. And what a round from Chut. That was huge. 4 kills. I think it was Coop, but man, he just nailed all of them. That is ridiculous.
He had everything.
It's godlike from Chut.
Indeed it is, and a look at the buy. He's feeling confident, he's feeling the aim, so he's got the A1S out. Investing all of his money.
For everyone else. It's Armor and Tech9s against them on the DarkSided side of things. Those UMPs will be able to do good damage against that Armor, get themselves some money, but it's going to be a fast drop strike. Kyoto gets the Molotov in, but it's not going to do enough damage as the T's are way too quick, and Kyoto will find himself 1 eventually. There's APOC to save him. Let's get taken down, but it's on the UMP that's been retrieved. The M4 is safe. Kyoto on 4 HP is going to be out of here. Flix and Dick Stacy. How do they play this one? Throw the bomb back up drops. They can rotate, actually. Dick Stacy's out on A, so Flix is throwing the bomb so it's safe. He's going to have to run around and go get it, though.
This is not the perfect situation with them, but Dick Stacy,
he's going to
discipline here.
He's going to flank through. Close. If he can flank through, drop Infrequent, he can then go grab the bomb. He can go for the knife kill here. Do it, son. Do it, son. Yes, there we go. Get the money, get the UMP.
It's the first one we've had all weekend here.
It is.
Come close. Dick Stacy finding the first knife. Still 3 players remaining. He needs to win this engagement, but no, Ofnu too quick with that pre-fire.
Oh, Kyoto was so low.
2 knives.
All right, cool. 2 knives in 1 round. That's rough. Just slashing away at the air and happens to nick Kyoto, who only had 4 health left from his initial engagement over a drop window. Hate to see it. Kyoto, though, going to grab up that MP9, get himself some cash. There's 2 MP9s, actually. Infrequent has 1 as well. Hopefully, Infrequent will be farming some kills, and he is playing aggro to do just that, as he needs the money so he can pull an AWP out. It's all pistols and no armor. For the T side.
Not going to find anything Infrequent. Ofnu, though, from the stairs, going to be finding 2. Always finding the 3rd. Oh. Dick Stacy flanking around from A long, and it's just Chutch and APOC left in a 2v3 situation.
That is a perfect grenade. Goodness me, Chutch has 44 health. Does have the M4 though. He's the one who needs to be the difference maker here, but with that, Flix is going to hear it. He's going to know. And the CTs are going to be, or T's even going to be rotating straight over to B, where there's no one actually on the site. Chutch is making his way over there now, but it's him with an M4. And if they all commit at once, he's going to have to be very, very precise indeed.
Looks like they're going to make their way potentially back towards A. If Flix can actually win this engagement against APOC, that opens everything up, and it will just leave Chutch all the way isolated back on B.
Because he can't rotate until the bomb spot him.
Absolutely not.
As much as he would like to say, oh, my teammate's taking one fight, I will leave, he can't do it, because if the bomb's not here, then they've given up the bomb site for free, and they have to retake, which is not easy. But fortunately, the one picked up gun has been dropped, and it's APOC. He's spotted both players. He'll call for the rotate now. Chutch is on his way. Fantastic grenade, and APOC's going to close it out all by himself. Doesn't need the help of the rifle. So 3 kills on the SMG, none for Infrequent. But if his teammates get the money up, they can drop him an AWP. And off new might. Nope, APOC buys one for him. Not doing more money, but oh well. He'll be keeping his money up so we can get a rifle out later in the game if he needs it. And it's 4 rifles. One of them an AWP and a UMP against the 5 AKs of DarkSided. Tainted Minds now in the 2 rounds behind as we move into this first gun round.
That's it. It looks like we are seeing a bit of a 3-stack from both teams towards this B site. Badger and Sink contesting a long and mid. Let's try to see if they can get any early picks. Nothing we found just yet though. AC playing aggressively towards Plat. Chutch being forced back. Doesn't want to give up any frags early on. Obviously those AKs do have the advantage kind of entering onto the site. As long as the aim is sharp. Things have slowed down definitely with this buy round.
DarkSided still haven't committed anywhere. That bomb may look like it's over towards B, but through the stairs there, it's a very fast rotate, and Chutch is going to open up onto Dick Stacey. So we'll have to go back, figure out exactly what they're going to do. Chutch just picking it along there, nails the headshot. Sink walking into mid, Badge alongside. I'm going to just play a contact play here, walking in, and Frequent a miss. Gets a flashbang out to support himself, and we'll fall back to Safeway through Romeo. Through Juliet, actually. But, you know, through Shakespeare.
For a romantic avenue there.
There's one player down drop for the T's. It's actually Flix who's down here looking for some kills, but Badger's found one in the meantime. There's a flashbang out that Kyoto is going to avoid, and now he's taking this fight with Flix. No damage done by anyone until Kyoto eventually goes down. Flix is being overrun. There's Chutch with the spam, but he's being answered out as well. Great positioning from a T's to be able to answer those frags. And Texter will put the bomb down on the fountain with just 10 seconds to spare. APOC coming in through drop in the 2 versus 3. Off new is elsewhere coming in through the doors, but this is not an easy situation, and Badge in that corner has not been checked. Runs out of ammo, but Sink will grab the trade. One more round for DarkSided, putting them on 11, and the first on the T side.
Yeah, looks like they are going to be able to buy these AKs. And yep, they will, but not a whole lot of utility to go around. Basically just takes to Badger and Sink fully grenaded up. Dick Stacey and Flix. Yeah, one flashbang between those two.
They can share it, half each.
Yeah, that's it. Play them together and they can...
one person gets the grenade, the other person gets the pin. I don't see any way this can go wrong.
Yeah. Basically just cuffling together. Just
Never would be an issue. Pistols, though, for Tainted Minds on the CT this round. Can make them work. There's a few nasty corners you can hide in, and they've got 2 players pushed into mid. They're trying desperately to grab themselves a flag. Arch over the smoke. Could have found out one, but Texter knows the angle, knows the spot, and Infrequent could have had a kill there. He will actually get it with the wallbang. Dick Stacey is there for a trade kill on off-new. And Badge is here looking to trade the original kill onto the lone rifle of Infrequent. The pre-fire is just a little bit off. He's still looking for it. Heavy damage on Badge. Infrequent can be the difference maker here, but all 4 players for the T's are setting up to go over towards B. And Tainted have called it. They're all here. But APOC's going to get too aggressive. Takes down Kyoto. And it's all on Infrequent looking for an ace with the stolen AK.
Yeah, for all intents and purposes, he needs to just save this gun. Economy wasn't looking too good. That round back. Great ding through the wall. 13 HP. I'm amazed that wasn't a kill in the end there.
It's so rough. You see him like flailing his mouse around. It's like, God, what do I do?
Where did that come from?
What do I do about this situation? What do I do to deserve this? It's not fair.
Flick's hunting him though.
Everyone's hunting him. They have to. He would have been making noise. Now they know exactly where he's playing from, and he will get flanked out here in just a second. Does grab one more kill into Texter, which is nice. But DarkSided now 4 rounds to the good on their T side. And Tainted Minds, they need to shore up their CT side here. This buy is not going to be fantastic. It'll be good enough to serve their purposes, but here's the big thing. There is 3 flashbangs on the entire CT side. That is not a lot they can use to stop rushes. It's not a lot they can use for retakes. They do have 5 smokes, which will help them out, but the utility is pretty limited here.
Yeah. The smokes are basically going to be the crucial thing. It's the only thing that's going to actually stop these DarkSided players from actually getting up to site. So timing is everything for this utility. Use it sparingly. But also, you don't want to leave it to the last second and let the T's get onto a site without too much contest. So Tainted going to have to be very smart, and we've seen it. They're an intelligent team, so they should be able to make the most of what they have. Coda, he just spotted the head of Flicks there. Flicks contesting this drop as much as he can. We are seeing a lot of the players DarkSided just leaning more towards the B side now. Looks like it'll probably be a B hit. Bomb has been picked up in that museum. And it is going to start making its way towards B. We are seeing Dick Stacey towards B long. He's going to be potentially the direct entry fragger here.
They've also got the lurk of Sync out A. And it's often who's about to walk into him. But in the meantime, DarkSided are getting set for their push onto this A bomb site as we've passed a minute or so gone with no engagements just yet. But there's the first, and it's the flank being caught out. Offnu onto Sync. Here comes the push from the T side. Flashbangs are in. The smokes have landed now, but they've already lost a couple of players without even committing to it. And here comes the frags. The CT side's looking very in control of the situation. It's all up to Flicks, 1 versus 5, and he's going to get spammed out. Offnu, I mean, APOC even finding 2 with that. It's from Mars, upgrades to an AK as well. That's a much better round from the CT side, and really it all came with DarkSided a bit of off timing. Maybe a little bit surprised that they lost Sync there on the flank, and they decided to move a little bit before they were ready, lost another player, and then got picked apart.
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, as soon as they pretty much started pushing that platform area as
soon as Sync died.
Yeah,
the smokes bloomed.
The smokes didn't. Yeah, as you say, they didn't bloom there. So maybe a little bit flustered as soon as Sync went down. We are seeing them push pretty quick. Offnu going to be the direct contact here. He's going to smoke himself out from A-Long and pray that these players don't check this corner, which they're spamming it down. Offnu getting tickled through that smoke down to 67 HP.
So the Dick Stacey here, and Dick Stacey almost committing through that smoke. He will indeed jump into it, but this is a good spot from Flicks. Down drop already to be able to grab himself 1. That actually opens up the B side completely. It's 1 kill, and the B side is gotten for free. Offnu perhaps a little bit premature with that call, saying, guys, they're all here. Because they were not. There's a couple of players faking him out, and they went quickly to B. Bomb will go down. 1 M4 on Flicks, no armor on any of them, so this should be a doable retake for the CT side. That said, though, bomb down for the DarkSided boys is not bad.
That's it. APOC, Offnu, and Kyoto cleaning up the DarkSided boys. It was going to be a valiant effort if the T's were going to be able to hold that site. No armor. Being made short work of by these M4s.
Jump on the bomb.
That would be nice.
Guys, can someone defuse?
You know what then?
Okay, they all have kits. It's all good. I was going to say.
I think I'm potentially trying to find maybe some more utility.
Yeah, looking around for anything else that DarkSided had, but it made me worry because normally if there's a player who's going to do that, they'll just have one guy sitting on the bomb who can just start defusing wherever, and there was no one on it, and I was concerned. But it's all good. Tainted Mind's not going to... There has been moments where that's happened before. There's a famous Twitch clip, I'm not sure if you would have seen it, of an NA Rank S game where they win the retake. It's on Dust 2. They win the retake on B site, and then just all leave the site looking for AKs, assuming it's someone else is defusing. And no one is. The bomb goes off. They realise about 3 seconds before.
Oh god, it happens to the best of them.
It does indeed. But back onto Australian things, Australian matters. Badge is going to find the first shot in infrequent. That's AWP v AWP 1. That's a... I don't even understand that smoke happened. I guess it bounced off the thing in front of him, but I thought he was looking past it. The wall in front of Church there. That's some utility that's wasted for the CTs, which is not great. Unless, of course, he meant to throw that, and that's some sort of end of plat smoke that I haven't seen before, but it sure as heck looked like it wasn't. Doesn't matter, though. It'll work well enough to cover that area. Badge is now worried about it.
The only thing you could really ever imagine that working is maybe if you were sitting on the very end of that platform and boosted over it, but as soon as the player was spotted, you could also just through the smoke.
You could also just right-click a smoke up there. Yeah. That's why I'm thinking it was accidental, because you could just drop one manually. You don't have to do the fancy rebound smoke. But that doesn't matter too much, as we're still in a 4-on-5 here. That first pick onto infrequent has not been answered by the remainder of his team. Got 2 players out searching towards A, and it's Offnu to take down both. Excellent timing and positioning there. Aggressive in A-long. Grabs himself 2 frags. And the remainder of the committal for DarkSided is towards B. Flicks is already down through drop, which the CTs might be aware of. He's been here a few rounds in a row. Only 2 players on the site, but I'm sure the rotate will come in as soon as this utility starts pouring in. And already Kyoto's on his way, and Offnu's on the flank.
Backbot with a good shot to open up on the B plat. Now Badger kind of forced to really come out and try and take these engagements. Flick's getting taken down from drop. Badger with a fantastic shot, finding two there, finding Church and APOC respectively. It's just Kyoto left in pizza. He is going to start pushing up potentially. Badger, I don't know if he knows he's that close. He has been found out though now. Oh, it's a fairly close shot. He's going to find the third, but no, Kyoto is going to just finish it off. Needs to let that molly just burn away just that little bit more, buddy. And he will find the defuse.
Badge with 4 though. That was almost an ace out of him to save that round. That's beautiful. Good damage to the Tainted Minds economy. They have to rebuy 4 guns now when it could have potentially been 1. Yeah. Really.
It's just unfortunate you just see the money that they have though. It's just they're in such a good position right now. Obviously after this buy, not as much, but they're still going to have that little bit of a buffer.
And this should be the round where Tainted Minds finally tie it up as well. Get it to 12-12. Pull back the lead the DarkSided have had pretty much all game. It was a 5-10 first half for them. And the drop players coming in already. Kyoto trying to hold this down. There is a player out window. He can call that, but he falls. And there's the frags coming in every which way. It's all on Flicks, the lone player who got out window heavily tagged. Should have a good idea of where he can be. They don't. Offnu's gone by him, and Offnu's actually given up his life and a gun. It's not ideal. And now Infrequent, they obviously haven't called that Kyoto's tagged because nobody is, like, they should just be on pistols right now. Kyoto is, Flicks though, is just on 3 HP.
Yeah, that M4 in hand. A little bit nervous in these sort of situations. 1v3, you do have a rifle. It isn't an AK though, so only 2 of these players have the potential to be one-shot headshots Infrequent with that AWP.
None of them actually, they've all got head armor.
Yeah, but look at the damage.
Oh, right, okay. I was like, what? You were talking armor, and I was like, huh?
Yeah, 74 HP and 83.
That's true.
One-shot headshot potential.
That said, though, 3 HP, 50 seconds left. Bomb in a terrible position in CT-controlled territory. I can't imagine Flicks can get too much done here. He's made it a long way in, but there's Charge to clean it up. 1 bullet is all that's required. And it does go to 12-12 after a 10-5 lead for DarkSided. It's come to this. We saw the same thing yesterday on Cobble. Admittedly, they only got, the 1 round off, but they got 4 on their T side, and then 1 on their CT. I do like those graphics.
They do look really clean, don't they?
They're really nice. Good for the smooths. I love those, but it's Tainted Minds now with a bit of momentum. The Badge is winning this AWP battle versus Infrequent most rounds. I'd love to go see like the kill matrix between these two with AWPs after this game, but it seems to be going the way of Badge more than it's not. Either way, the push coming into the A site now. And it's only Offnu here. He's going to be in a bit of a rough spot. His other teammates rotating him, but he's being spammed, and he still wins that engagement, but gets traded. At least he goes 1 for 1, though, and Sink just gets wallbanged by Chutch there. Doesn't matter if there's a door when you can shoot through it. Kyoto's in a rough spot. Badge is stepping up for DarkSided right now. He's found himself another frag to make this a 3 versus 2. And the A side, apart from Chutch, is completely clear.
Chutch actually playing this very smartly. Yep. And I spoke way too soon.
He was playing it well, but you can't outplay a bullet in the face.
No, not really.
Especially not from Texter, which means that it's all on APOC in a not great position. And Flicks playing the bottom of the ramp is holding that angle. Very well played by DarkSided to win it back. The money is there for Tainted Minds. They can share it around, get some guns out. But this round, this game even, is still very, very dangerous indeed. There we go. The guns will come out at the last moment. Drops everywhere. Only 1 UMP, and that's on Kyoto. So Spy doesn't have as many compromises as I thought it would. There is only 2 kits. That should be enough for them to pick them up if they drop.
I think crucially they just needed to keep DarkSided out of these sites. Because it's been ever harder now. DarkSided have really found their form in holding some of this. Some of the problem that they had in the previous matchup. So Tainted Minds need to just hold their angles and push these guys back as much as possible. Just putting that smoke down. Keep these players from pushing A long too much further. They will get pretty much complete control of mid and the stairs and A long, but not too much further out from that.
That said though, Sink used both of his flashbangs, just clearing out that 1 bit where there wasn't even someone close. So yeah. At least utility is being burnt by Tainted Minds, or indirectly by Tainted Minds. That said though, they don't have much of their own to answer with. It's only 3 players with grenades left. The kits are on Offnu and Chutch, which means I believe it is, it's 1 on each bomb site. And DarkSided, they're getting ready to go into B. Chutch will be their first player they have to find. He's going to tuck himself into the cutout over here. APOC up behind the tree. Can crossfire him if he chooses to swing around, but for now he's watching drop. And with 35 seconds left or thereabouts, the T's going to have to push very, very soon.
Indeed they are, and this all pretty much relies on Chutch right now. He's in a good position, but he's going to get burnt out, and he's not going to find anything. Dick Stacey burning him out and doing some damage with that AK. Offnu trading it out, Kyoto, APOC, and it's a team effort right now. Flicks, however, almost able to do much, but Kyoto going to be finishing him off. And Tainted Minds will even the scoreline once again. They will.
But this is a much better DarkSided than we've seen yesterday.
This is much better.
Not just on Cobble, just in general.
It is. And, you know, although they were up so far and Tainted Minds have managed to claw this back, I think that's more from Tainted Minds' tenacity than anything, and their well thought out plays. DarkSided still very much in this. Even scorelines on what is, by all intents and purposes, supposed to be a T-sided map. Supposed to be.
In professional meta and professional player recently, I've seen it be a lot more even.
Yeah.
Sort of 8-7, 9-6, 9-6s at worst. If both teams are good at the map, it tends to be quite even. But Kyoto waiting down drop. Knows a few new players up here even. Will get smoked out. He peeks up and gets some info. Spotted out either one or two, I'm not entirely sure, but he knows there's some. Bomb, though, going to be walking into A. It's a contact play with the pistols. And Offnu hiding in the corner. Spots him out. Oh my goodness. Spots him out in danger, but gets obliterated by Sync. And that's a problem. The rotate now is to come in and Infrequent has to put in some serious work. Gets a grenade over that smoke. That'll do some damage. Does indeed. Rotates up into the bomb site now looking for orb shots. Misses the frag. Now he's got to play his close angle. Gets one on Dick Stacey. Infrequent looking for more. There's a player right below him and it's Texter charging in. We'll be able to grab that AWP as well. Badge is still over here on the B side too. He's going to be a massive pain in the backside when he comes through. He's trying to make it work as well. Badge is now out. APOC has just found the timing, and now it's all on Badge. This is not going the way that he wanted it to. His teammates have fallen around him. He's spotted out one, commits for the kill. Can't quite find the damage, but both players so low. 21 HP combined, and the rifles have to make it work, and APOC will get the headshot. They had the smoke on the bomb for the defuse anyway, but it's not needed. Rifles will be saved. Texas run off with that AWP somewhere. They can't find it. That's a loss. But they at least have two guns, and they have the lead.
Did they do it? But look at their economy. This is not going to be a fantastic buy out of them, but they are making it work. They managed to manage that perfectly. 5 AKs on the other side for DarkSided, but for Tainted Minds, 1 UMP, 2 M4A4s, 1 M4A1S, and an AK-47. I've seen the faster play into mid. Indeed through, and he's going to find that frag on Infrequent. That opens up this mid position, isolates that A long player. Offnu now by himself towards A. He is going to find one frag, however, catching out Badger, pushing in. Doesn't want to overcommit himself here, though. Tex are going to be trading this out, so now it's a favourable position now. Tainted Mind still, actually. Still 3-3. It's crucial now. He's going to catch them out.
Bomb down. Dick Stacey looking for these trades. He finds himself the one headshot. He's still got a minute, 10 seconds left to play with. They know where the bomb is, though. They know where he is roughly playing from, as he did just grab himself a kill. The CT is going to be well positioned to deal with this. Kyoto is just on that UMP. He's playing a close angle. Dick Stacey has been allowed to get the bomb, though. They're not going to bother stopping him doing that. They'd rather play this one as a pair, and he's looking completely the wrong way. Gets shot in the back by Chutch and Tainted Minds. Despite everything, despite how far they've been down, they've got it to 15. They have 2 map and series points, potentially 2 grand final placement points, really.
Yeah, definitely.
Against DarkSided here, and DarkSided, they've got to make this work on a force buy. It's an AK and a UMP, 3 Tech 9s to close it out. And it's about as good a buy as it's going to get, really, from Tainted, with the exception of having an AWP. But the rifles have been working for them. It's 3 players on B. It's fast B from DarkSided. This could be everything for them. This could be the last round they get to play in this lane. But they're out and running lane already. They have to be careful. Close drop. They've already lost a couple of players, but it's all on sync. 1 versus 4 is being shot down. APOC tapping away. Could be 16-13 right here, unless he can do something ridiculous with his Tech 9. He's being shot at by everything, and he can't. The flank comes through, and Tainted Minds will book themselves a place in that final against Chiefs.
Very well played. It was a bit of a gamble that last round for DarkSided, but coming in, they used what they had. They pushed all those flashes, and they smoked off what they could, but Tainted Minds just too sharp in the end with all those rifles. So.